All right, guys, we are back on with Banished, and let me just say, nobody's dead. So we're doing good right now. We currently have two citizens without jobs. That's okay because when they don't have jobs, that means they just become laborers. So they're actually doing stuff. They're chopping down some of this forest that we had set up before, and winter is coming. I think that's the theme for today. Winter is coming, so we need to anticipate this process. We have this field that's getting built. That's going to be coming here in a minute. We have firewood, so that's good for a little bit. They're going to be harvesting these beans in a little bit. That's wonderful. The one thing that we don't have really set up right now is resources. Now, we can totally take out all the iron in here as well as all the stone. That'll be good. In fact, typically what I've experienced as I've watched other Let's Players or done this myself is that you can simply scrape all this stuff and you're good for quite a while. But forestry, that's a completely different process. And so I think it is time to go ahead and get that going as well. Now, one of the things I did find with this is when you have resources aplenty, that you can go ahead and build and expect to not use it until you get to that point. And so if I have the resources to build this, then I need to just go ahead and build this. Now, I'm not sure what the best spot is. I don't want it to be too far away, but I can't let it be too close either. So what if we did right here? It's actually a really reasonable spot. We're gonna need all houses in here. We're gonna need to build some more stuff. We got the weather back on. It's raining, of course. But I'm thinking if we come all the way up here, right, how about right, I think that's gonna be the perfect spot. Right there. Because if we need to keep building, we can come down south a little bit because this is really tight and this is actually a great place to build a town. And then we can build another forest in here as well. So we've got that going on. We've got the rain. That's all right. And we've got people working on the farm. This will be good. I really like where this is headed. I think the other thing that I want to add, because I talked about how we won't get food in the winter, except we can get food in the winter if we build a fishing hut. So I believe we can rotate it. Shoot. Which one rotates it? Why can I not remember this? Alright. I know I'll figure it out. It's one of these buttons. There it is. Everybody's screaming at me. Duh, Jeremy, figure it out. Alright, so I like to put it as far out as possible. Looks like this is as far as we can go, but it's still close to the town. That needs to get built too. Man, I hope all of our builders didn't just come up here to build that. Yeah, they kind of did. It's okay. So they're going to take what they're going to do is they take all these resources, they literally just bring them back here, and then they take them back up here. So kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. That's all right. Our logs, our firewood, we are at capacity right now. That's okay. She will get to working here. I think it was a she last time. She will get back to working on getting that firewood going once it dips below. And so I anticipate it dipping below fairly soon. What do we want to do? So we got beans. I think it's just time for cabbage. They're not going to work on this. That's okay. I'm not really worried about it right now. I just simply want us to get a fishing. Actually, you know what we can do? So you can micromanage. I am a terrible micromanager because I just don't focus on this as much. So I'm lowering this to one person is going to be working on this forestry, while two people will get to work on this one. Now, once this one's complete, then they can go work on the other one as well. So that's all right. I can do that. So we're going to have fishing here in a minute. I'm actually going to double down on the fishing, but I know that we need to have more people to get more fishers. Because you can only have a limited amount of fishers, but the people doing the farming can also go and fish. So it just really depends on what we can actually obtain in this process. everybody that's farming is not going to have a job for the winter. I would like some of them to cut wood, because as soon as the stockpile goes of logs, which it's already down to 55, if we don't have logs, we're in trouble. So that's also on my mind. I think we're going to go ahead and deforest some of this. In fact, let's just go ahead and deforest all the local stuff, because I anticipate that just being needed. This has got all of its logs, all of its stones. They're literally just building this. Excellent. Oh, come on. Don't go to sleep. Work for me, people. Work for me. This weather is just killing me. So let's see. We've got almost all the logs set up there. She's literally just walking back and forth. I do eventually want to put a path in between, because that will just speed things up. The problem is it does require a ton of stone, which we don't necessarily have. We have the iron. We do not have the stone. Gosh, logs are so important. Let's just go ahead and take them all out. Let's just try to up this process. When that stone gets really high, we're really going to go crazy with that. Alright, so we need some fishers. Not some fishers of men. So that'll be good. We'll go ahead and I'm going to let it be for now. But when the farmers don't have anything to do... Are they... Wait. For now, let's just lower that to 1. That's good. So we don't need... We only need 4 here. Yeah, 4 there. Good. And then let's do more fishers. So literally they're going to go crazy with this fishing. I'm absolutely fine with that, because we have 500 beans, which is excellent because they're harvesting all that. But that's all the food we have. If we lose anything else, we're done for. Can't have that. So you guys go crazy with the fishing. I think we need to go ahead and make a second one, just because I want to make sure that we have it. Now, there is gatherers that can collect berries and stuff like that. I have found that that's not been as effective. Does not mean that it's not possible, but they need to be stuck in places where the forest has been there for a while. So we might actually put a gatherer here for a little while, but we'll eventually remove all that stuff. But we may do that here in a minute. I think, though, that if we get another... Food is low. We're already down to 100, guys. So not good. Oh my goodness. Oh, are we gonna survive winter? Let's just go ahead and make another fishing hut. We have to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. There. Alright, so we got one builder there. Got one builder there. Do we only have 2? Yeah, we have 3 builders. I don't know where the other builder is. Weird. So we got the firewood for days. We're good on that. And as soon as we get this forestry going, we should be good with this. And what's going to happen with this is that we're just going to cut trees down and then replant them. You can actually specify only replant or only cut them down, or do both. So when there's days where there's tons of trees and they're all fully grown, you just knock them all down. And when there's no trees, you make sure that they just go crazy with replanting them. I actually take all of my laborers and just wipe out a part of this, and almost always just have them continuously planting. So my laborers take care of most of the work in that process. Okay, we're back up to 500 food. That's good. This is back down to 0%. We're in autumn. That's okay. I think I'm going to micromanage a little bit. The concern with this is if I micromanage, then I don't have, then I might forget. And I do that a lot. I tend to forget. So, Gather has a really good spot. Let's go ahead and put it there. So they'll build this. Let's go ahead and up this a little bit. So they'll be building that. Got 2 workers here, good, and then 1 worker on this, which all they're doing is building, so that'll be good. There is a limitation on how many builders you can have. You can't have more than 2 builders on this, so that'll be difficult. So I'll have to make sure that I adjust that as we go along. But I think we'll be fine. We have 2 laborers, that's alright. We may want to eventually have another house because this one's already full. This one's already full. That one's not bad. Those aren't terrible. They're having more children, which is great. So as you see here, this one's still, I think that one's considered an adult. Yeah, this one's an adult, but this one's a child. Which means that whenever we get to the students, that would be a great transition point for them, because they actually become more educated in that process. But I always worry about that. All right, so we're at capacity. Oh man. Oh shoot, we're at 98%, which is okay. It's just that food or the lumber gets left out everywhere, and sometimes those resources can vanish. So that can be of concern, but I think we can manage. We actually have a lot of logs. That's really good. I think. Trying to think of what we want to do, because I want to make sure that gets built first before we continue to add stuff. A tailor would be nice, but we don't really have. We're not hunting the deer yet. An herbalist would be good, but I found that they don't use the medicines as much in the beginning. We're not even going to worry about the mines and the quarries right now. I think the blacksmith is what I want to do, which we don't have enough stone, unfortunately. I think this is going to be the best option, which will get rid of a lot of our iron. But we have 23 tools right now, so it's not desperation yet. It takes a long time for them to get to that point. I'm going to put 1 person there. So whenever it's white, it means that we're doing it. It's enabled. So we're planting and cutting down. And then whenever they cut them down, they bring them back here. So yeah. Let's see. We got 3 people working there. 2 people working here. I eventually want to build out this way. I'm thinking that this will be houses here, and then we'll actually build a road right here, and then build the blacksmith right beside it. So I think that's what I want to do. So eventually it's going to be like this. Let's go ahead and place it. Nobody stopped working, so maybe I'll just leave it for a little bit. They're transferring stone, so that's a good thing. Just go ahead and leave it for a little bit. Log limit is 200. I want the log limit to be 300 because we'll go through firewood like crazy people. And that's more of a crazy, not I'm crazy people, but you know what I mean. Alright, so still removing 8 different things. I don't know why they take so long. What are they doing? Come on, folks. Alright, so we're getting food. That's good. Citizens are, they're not super healthy, but they're average. That's okay. It's okay, we got this. I think what I want to do is I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I told you guys I would not go above 5. We're not going to go above 5, but I think it's time to speed up winter a little bit because we're at a standstill. We need that built. We need this built. We need to cross our fingers we don't lose food, which we're at 1,000. That's excellent. We're not even 22% full. If we get to 2,000 food, I will not complain. I will dedicate all of our people to as much food as possible. But let's just keep going. It's all about surviving winter. We're at capacity. We're at capacity. Yes, yes, yes. Keep going, folks. Why are they cutting down all the logs? That's not a priority right now, folks. I've got it. Come on. Go build stuff. Please, again, tell me what you guys think as far as the audio. Ooh, we got more fishers. Good, good. 2 here, 2 there. I actually think I want 1 up there. Oops. So let's do 1 up there, and then 3 will be down here, just because it's closer to the food storage. That being said, as we grow out, I'm actually probably going to put another storage up here as we build more farmland, but that's okay. We'll just take it as we go. Where are we at? So we're dead of winter. The dead of winter, folks. Come on. It's like you guys don't even want to try. Come on. What are you waiting on? Alright. I think we'll be good. I think the question is, do we have enough people to maximize our impact for summertime? I don't think that we have enough people right now to maximize this process. That being said, my next goal is to build more houses to grow the people, and then to build more farms because we need more food for more people, which then also means we eventually need more wood and forestry, but we'll take that as it comes. I found it's almost like an oscillating thing where you're always getting food, whether it's fishing or fishing and farming during the summer, and then in the winter you have that fishing again, and then you have as much wood, as much lumber as possible, keep that firewood going as well as you can. So right now she's not at capacity anymore, so she's taking that lumber, she's using it up, so that's really, really good. They've done 4%. Come on, folks. We are officially in spring, early spring. It's gonna rain a little bit. Oh, so I'm gonna take the minute to stop. We've got builders trying to build. We've got 2 builders that we don't need to worry about. So we've got more laborers that have been born. You guys have probably been watching that and saying, Jeremy, what are you doing? We got people. I'm going to go crazy with this, and I'm going to make sure we have all the farmers we need. There's not going to be any laborers. Anybody that's left over is going to be either building or they're going to be removing the stone. I think that's how we're going to approach spring and summer. You're either making food or you're getting stone and building. And as soon as this is built, everybody's getting stone, because I want to build that pathway for the lumber, and I want to start to set up that smith, because we need to make sure that we stay on top of these tools, because then everything slows down and it just takes forever to farm, to cut down the wood, to get the stone, to build. At that point, we're in trouble if we don't have that taken care of. So next episode, we're going to do some smithing, and we're going to be taking care of our 2 tasks that we got. Tell me what you guys think. What did I miss? What did I screw up? How can I improve this next stage? Would you do smithing and make sure that you got that food and food production and other construction sites done, or should I be doing something else? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, tell me what you think about this rain and the ambient noise. Is it too much? Do you want me to lessen it? So I will catch you guys next time. See ya. Bye bye.